Hi there, it's Riikka Kovasin here with another video for ABstudio. This time I'm making some chipboard hearts. I'm mixing a couple of collections in here like I often do, and these papers are chosen because of their color scheme. So I have this kind of jeans style of blue going on in these. I'm using these heavy chipboard hearts as my base, and I'm first using one of them as kind of a stencil and drawing the shapes to one of the 12 by 12 sheets. I then cut the pieces loose a little bit smaller than the drawn line, so there will be a little edge when I then adhere the pieces on top. As most of the heart is covered with the paper, I'm only painting the edges of the chipboard hearts with white gesso. This gives them a nice clean look, and also I'm able to paint the kind of cut edge there to white as well. I then use just regular craft glue to adhere the cut hearts on top of the chipboard hearts. I repeat the process to all of the 3 hearts and to both sides. Then I'm adding some kind of mixed media touches on top. So I now have the base layer going, and then I'm building more layers on top. First I'm adding some stamping. I'm using this newspaper kind of stamp with black ink. Because of the stamp is so kind of delicate, so I'm able to use such a harsh color and get a little bit of contrast. As you can see, I don't mount my stamp, but just stamp randomly here and there. After the stamping, the next layer is going to be a little bit dimensional. So I'm using modeling paste and applying that through ABstudio stencil to get this kind of lace pattern going on. I'm repeating these layers to both sides of the 3 hearts. After adding those layers to all of the 3, it's then time to choose the kind of better side and then build the actual composition on top. That is also kind of going on layers. I start with these corrugated cardboard pieces, which are actually cut from cup holder, and then adding a piece of pattern paper on top, and then there's more layers coming. It's kind of going layer by layer as the whole project. I'm using just regular craft glue to adhere the layers together. After the kind of flat paper layers, or more like rectangular ones, I then start to break the shape by using the cutout circles from one of the 12 by 12s I showed in the beginning of the video, and then also add these chipboard flowers on top. The most dimensional part of the composition are the paper flowers, and for those I'm using the same color scheme, so they are all blue, different tones of blue though. And I want something a little bit to soften the transition from the kind of flatter layers to the flowers, so I'm adding a little bit of natural twine underneath, kind of just making it a little bit softer, a little bit kind of nest-like. Again, I'm then repeating the process of making that dimensional composition to all 3. I then let the glue to dry a little bit before adding some last touches. I'm thinking that the bases need a little bit more color, so I'm picking some watercolors and adding them near to the cluster, kind of highlighting that shadow underneath the 3-dimensional embellishments. I'm also adding some splashes, kind of breaking that blob of color to a bigger area by adding some same colored splashes throughout. Then I also add a little bit of white gesso on top. This is to make the project a little bit shabby looking. So I use a sturdy brush and kind of dry brush the gesso on top of the embellishments, and then finish with a lot of white splashes. After that, the hearts are done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this layer by layer video. So there's first the kind of flat layers, and then I'm going for the height, building upon the layers I already have. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing and hit that bell sign to be notified when a new video comes live. Thanks again. Bye.